Alright, so a couple nights ago I did a thing and built my new bookcase. So you can see that just over there. I finally have space for all of my books on my bookcases, and I'm so excited, except now I really have to face the fact that there are so many books on those shelves that I haven't read yet. Hey Word Nerds, happy Tuesday and welcome to Reader's Nook, where we talk about one of the most important things that any writer can do, and that is read all of the books. After building my new bookcase on Sunday, I had to shift all of the books over so that the alphabet would start at the beginning of the bookcases and so that I could fit in all of the books that hadn't had spaces on my bookcase before. So now everything's in a slightly different place, but as I moved all of the books, I had to kind of realize that I have not read a lot of these books. I'm a bit of a hoarder. I love going to used bookstores. I love Book Outlet. I use Amazon way more than I should, and there are just so many books I haven't read. So it is my new summer mission to make a serious dent in my TBR. So here are my tips for tackling your TBR list during the summer. The first tip is one I'm actually probably going to ignore myself, and that is focusing on the books you actually own. Don't get anything new from the library, don't buy anything new, just read the books that you've been meaning to for a long time that you picked up at a used bookstore forever ago and just haven't gotten to yet. Focus on those books. I just kind of rediscovered my local library and I've been going there a lot, so I don't know how well I'm going to do on that front, but I am going to try to find a balance between the books that I have and the books that I'm borrowing. Tip number 2 is to set solid goals for yourself. So we still have about 6 weeks left of summer, and depending on how many books you're hoping to get through and your reading speed, pick either your top 1, 3, or 5 books that you want to get to by the end of August. You can pick these based on which ones you've been dying to read the most, which ones have been on your TBR list the longest, really whichever ones you're going to feel best about getting through by the end of summer, and you can also try to tailor this list to what books you want to read the most right now. We all have those books on our TBR list that we don't necessarily want to read, but we know we should read at some point, and I say don't worry about those on your summer TBR list. Those you can leave for winter when it's cold and you are curled up next to a fireplace, and you've got some serious time to sit down and really dive into a book. And tip number 3 is to have a book on you always, because you never know when there's going to be a lull in your summer adventures where you can sit down for a few minutes and get a chapter out of the way, getting you one step closer to finishing a book. Let me know in the comments down below which book you're most hoping to get read this summer. I think mine right now is Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld, because that is our next WordNerds book club pick, and then after that I think I will be reading The Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove, which I've been meaning to read forever, so summer seems like a pretty good time. That's it from me today. Don't forget to tune in on Sunday to our next live WordNerds chat, where we will be checking in on all things Cape NaNoWriMo and probably having a really good time just chatting about nothing. So, happy reading, happy writing, and I'll see you next time.